Number 21. Two students discuss about picking a major. 1. Leon wants to study tourism because he believes he will have a good future in it. 2. Leon has gained an advantage over his peers for having taken classes on financial planning. 3. Leon believes his main ability that's put him above the rest is his independence. 4. Leon chose to take courses at the Polytechnic over other universities because it's popular and more practical. 5. The course Leon chose features an intense class in travel and business and tourists and the economy. 6. The course chosen by Leo features a culture subject that highlights leadership methods and skills. 7. Japanese and Mandarin are included in the course for language skills development. 8. The tourism course that Leon chose is so intensive and extensive that it even includes subjects focusing on medicine skills. 9. The course that Leo had chosen has a scheme called Flexible Entry that looks at the student as a whole and not just admission rank. 10. The course that Leo will be taking also includes subjects about customer relationship management.
Number 22. Presenting a new system called Just in Time. 1. Ron didn't find out much about the creator of Just in Time on the internet, but he found a Japanese textbook entitled Just in Time. 2. In the essay, the student omitted the definition of just in time. 3. He didn't find enough information on the internet, but he later found some in a Japanese textbook. 4. The just-in-time system is unsuitable for the service industry because the service products are not made to be accountable. 5. The student's speech delivery speed in his last presentation was too irregular. 6. The audience thought the student's last presentation was too formal. 7. The student's presentation wasn't appreciated much because the vocabulary he used was too technical. 8. The transition in the student's last presentation was too sudden because the ideas turned over very quickly. 9. The pictures that the student used in his last presentation had nothing to do with the research, so the visual images were not related. 10. The student didn't like the topic, so his performance during the presentation wasn't very good, as he wasn't too enthusiastic.
Number 23. Student participation in archaeological activities. 1. Before attending the activities, students felt a lack of motivation. 2. After attending the activities, the students learned to be careful about records. 3. During the activity, Karen found a piece of fabric that was very ancient. 4. Students were amazed with the various food that the people they studied ate. 5. The students learned that people have to work hard to achieve anything. 6. It was interesting for the students to learn that the excavation process involves looking for tools. 7. They were not so keen on filling in recording sheets during the excavation process. 8. Before the excavation process, a comprehensive plan is necessary. 9. Another step that needs to be done first before the excavation procedure is to take soil samples. 10. As items are found during the excavation process, archaeologists need to spend time labeling them.
Number 24. Presentation about essay marketing. 1. The problem with the essay is that the details included are irrelevant. 2. The company will succeed if they change the idea based on the media advertising module. 3. The presentation failed in the past due to lack of interaction with the audience. 4. The source for his presentation about essay marketing was not liable for any of the mistakes he made. Five. The source for his presentation was unreliable, and the result of his presentation was very dull. Six. The presentation speaker has to be prepared to make eye contact with the audience. Seven. The presentation speaker should be prepared for the question and answer part. 8. The presentation speaker should be able to clearly compare and contrast the featured essays. 9. The presentation speaker should be able to focus on the logic of the essays. 10. The presentation speaker should leave enough time to answer questions from the audience.
Number 25. A discussion between a student and her tutor about her first draft. 1. The tutor said she should have examples of chocolates with different tastes and ingredients that can be found in various areas. 2. The tutor informed the student that the details she wrote about the expansion in the sales of chocolate were clear. 3. The student thinks the company should be criticized for replacing local managers. 4. The tutor told the student that her example of the company overlooked its benefit in the area. 5. To improve on her research, the student should further read the book entitled Centralization of Global Management. 6. The company that the student featured in her essay had its head office located in Olbies. 7. The student's essay will include company mergers, particularly with the Emerson Corporation. 8. Small companies always make the classic mistake of entering the global market too soon. 9. Small companies should pay special attention to timing when entering the global market. 10. The student's draft includes a part on the special bargaining power of babbies.
26. Content outline. 1. It should be noted in the content outline that the underlying nature of research may be at odds with cultural beliefs. 2. There are 3 areas of improvement or development plans that are necessary in the content outline. 3. A brief outline of the research findings should be included in the content summary. 4. The correct size of sample is not a matter of preference, as it is a crucial element in the research process. Five. The research content outline should clearly define the list of actions undertaken. 6. The research content outline must precisely indicate the number of students involved. 7. The research content outline should have a clear summary of the interviews conducted. 8. The research content outline has to inform references from any previous studies. 9. The research content outline must contain a detailed summary report. 10. From the research content outline, 25 items will be included in the examination.
Number 27. Academic Group Discussion. 1. It was mentioned during the academic group discussion that there were things happening to the female character recently. 2. The group had an academic discussion about how some people are childlike but in a foolish way. 3. The group also discussed about ideas and insights into human nature. 4. There are some people who are deliberately cruel to others. 5. The group holds the opinion that the discussions and lectures were well organized. 6. On the other hand, the group thought there was insufficient time for discussions after the lectures. 7. The group also discussed about the possible improvements that can be made with the use of computers. 8. There was also a discussion about improvements that should be made to the photocopy facilities. 9. The group thought the meeting places for the discussions were convenient and easy to find. 10. The group thought the discussions would be very useful for later study.
Number 28. Job search discussion. 1. It was mentioned during the discussion that it's common sense for applicants to provide details like their name and email address to a potential employer. 2. Applicants are advised to proceed to room 301 at the upper level of the Blackstone building. 3. The woman told the man that he should go to the Modern Languages building for applicant screening. 4. Applicants have been informed that intensive courses are only available to those who can pay. 5. The applicants were told that they can access multimedia resources in the resource room. 6. The job seekers were advised to proceed to the law department for any questions, concerns, or complaints. 7. The factor that Jan considers most important when working is cautious language. 8. Another factor that Jan considers important when working is classifying. 9. Aside from classifying, Jan also believes generalizing is important when working. 10. In the end, Jan thinks the most important factor when working is summarizing.
Number 29. Torero tutorial on African art in Nigeria. 1. They chose the topic of African arts in Nigeria because he visited exhibitions in the past that had featured them. 2. He was informed that he can get funding through the help of the newspaper agency. 3. He found out that funding can also be acquired from an art organization. 4. There were no details, but he was told that additional information about funding can be acquired from the City Hall. 5. According to him, African arts in Nigeria are mainly centered on their beliefs. 6. His information was limited, but the locals helped him gather data about subjects he wasn't familiar with. 7. As he explained, most African sculptures were historically made from wood and other natural materials. 8. He went on to explain that Nigeria has had an artistic tradition dating back thousands of years. 9. The museum where the tutorial was conducted has an African arts and crafts shop. 10. Most of the artworks that were discussed during the tutorial related to events of various origins in Nigeria and other African countries.
Number 30. New grinding machine. 1. The grinding machine has a regulator located on the top part. 2. In the middle part of the machine beneath the regulator, you will find the hammer attached with the blade and grain shatter. 3. The part where the hammer, blade and grain shatter are attached is covered by a plate safety shield. 4. The beans and chemical compounds are mixed together in a separate container called the flour outlet. 5. In the middle part of the machine, you will find the hammer, blade, and grain shatter. 6. The flour outlet is where the beans and chemical compound are mixed together. 7. The problem with the traditional machine is that it has a part that is easily damaged. 8. The advantage of the new incubator is that it doesn't require electricity. 9. The students' aim in creating this new machine is to improve the quantity of nuts from the traditional one in the process. (10) The only power required when using this new machine is manpower.
Number 31. Biology Report. 1. The subject we are taking focuses on physical activities such as a person's sleeping habits. 2. Students taking the class are required to complete a physical activity chart. 3. According to Jane, people generally do not have enough time for physical activities. 3. The subject also focuses on studies about blood pressure, heart disease, and diet problems. 4. The subject also focuses on studies about blood pressure, heart disease, and diet problems. Five. Jane's feasibility studies show that students may experience high blood pressure at the school stadium due to lack of space. 6. The subject focuses on studies related to the stress levels of different social groups. 7. Students taking the class are required to create a stress level chart that they can compare with other students. 8. Jane's feasibility studies reveal that stress levels at school are high because although the use of the school gym is free, it's always closed. 9. The biology class focuses on the main causes of the problem. 10. Jane's feasibility studies state that students must conduct further research on the topic of being overweight because their data isn't clear enough.
Number 32. Study of obesity in children. 1. According to the study, obesity has more than doubled in children. 2. The researchers were more concerned about exercise rather than diet. 3. The professor thinks that more accurate data statistics had to be acquired. 4. The leading cause for families having 2 cars nowadays is the need for parents to drive their children to and from school. 5. Parents driving their children to and from school have led to more accidents and congestion. 6. The current problems encountered by researchers are very complicated to solve. 7. The reference criteria for the control group in this experiment is similar age. 8. The reference criteria for the control group in this experiment is the same distance to schools. 9. The research intended to prove that walking to school led to less obesity rates. 10. The research intended to prove that doing more sport activities helps lower obesity rates.
Number 33. Tutorial with a student. 1. The tutor told the student that the project topic focuses on glass recycling. 2. The student told the tutor she wanted to focus the project on recycling green waste. 3. The advertisement says employees and managers should join the lecture. 4. The student came to the office looking for the education officer. 5. He wanted to find out the changes that have occurred over the past 2 decades. Six. The research methods consisted of interviews and the use of data statistics. Seven. The tutor informed the student that she will visit her at the end of the term. 8. The student decided to send a note to her tutor when she didn't hear from her for a week. 9. The student wanted to conduct an investigation regarding the relationship between a society and its people's recycling habits, but he'll require information from many households. 10. The tutor told the student to make sure to bring a tape recorder and some batteries for the interviews.
Number 34. Discussion about soil problems. 1. When the soil captures carbon dioxide, it dries faster, and this is a big concern. 2. Concrete has many advantages because it is created by adding recycled products into its mixture, so it's hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. 3. The problem was ignored in Hector's article because they didn't want to talk about potential dangers. 4. According to Hector's article, the harmful effect can be reduced with the use of specialized tools and professional instruments. Five. The most interesting part of her research were the studies on the wide geographical range patterns. 6. The suggestion of the male student was to introduce a new law to provide some regulation. 7. Flosia and Hector applied the new radical research method in writing their papers. 8. Flosia believes that when it comes to papers, it is the level of difficulty that challenges readers and creates interest. 9. As far as Hector is concerned, the writing papers don't help because the problems remain unsolved. 10. According to Hector, students like himself should conduct more research when writing papers.
Number 35. Chemistry versus engineering. 1. The advantage of chemistry over engineering in medical science is that their results last year were very good. 2. The disadvantage of chemistry in medical science is that it's a little boring. 3. It would be advantageous for people taking a double degree to take a second major in Japanese. 4. The disadvantage in engineering is that it will result in extra workload for students taking double degrees. 5. The advantage of shifting from chemistry to engineering is the increase of job opportunities. Six. The disadvantage of shifting from chemistry to engineering is that you have to pay a higher fee. Seven. Both engineering and chemistry have a wide range of work opportunities. Eight. The good thing about engineering is that even fresh graduates receive a higher initial salary. Nine. The good thing about chemistry is the various employment opportunities. 10. Engineering is highly regarded by foreigners, so it would be easy for graduates to find employment in foreign countries.
Number 36. Course Guide. 1. The teacher asked Millie and Paul why they didn't choose to pursue nursing. 2. Paul told the teacher that he didn't choose nursing because the diploma course was too difficult. 3. Students who would like to pursue nursing are first required to study biology. 4. The teacher said that if they both choose one of the courses, they will be working together with other young people. Five. Later in their studies, students will have to take a specialization course that helps disabled people. 6. The professor suggested that they focus on only one subject. 7. Millie didn't choose this school because she was accepted at another university that has an international reputation and world-renowned professors. 8. Paul will choose a book written and published by the school, so if he encounters a problem, he can ask for help in the campus. 9. The most important thing is to find a tutor by yourself and to know as much as you can about him or her. (10) Although Millie was interested in a special program offered by MHC, she still remained undecided in the end.
Number 37. Discussion of online courses on business planning. 1. The discussion about the online courses in business planning was the main objective of the university. 2. According to the records, the business planning online course discussion had a budget set aside for the Manchester seminar. 3. The business planning online course staff and administrators are going on a team-building seminar in Liverpool. 4. A seminar was going to be conducted in Leeds that would focus on a leader's skill to motivate. 5. The Glasgow campus staff will be responsible for handling the online course monitoring system. 6. Submissions for the student application will go directly to the Cardiff office where the program assessment is conducted. 7. According to the professor, the purpose for designing the gas generators was to help solve problems in the environment. 8. The professor said the reason why the gas generators were designed was to help solve problems related to insufficient revenue. 9. The speakers highlighted the significance of the new greenhouse by emphasizing that it helps increase nutrition. 10. Another point that the speakers underlined is that with the new greenhouse, more children will be able to have an education.
Number 38. Application for Baker Art College. 1. James chose to study at Baker Art College because it has a good reputation in his subject area. 2. What surprised him about his studies was his ability to finish all the theoretical courses. 3. The first term assessment and marks in James's course are given by students. 4. Amelia inquired about the English language course because she wanted to sell art pieces in a gallery. 5. Amelia wanted to get more information about the choice of modules before deciding to attend this college. 6. The course on History of Art has many seminars and lectures with outside speakers. 7. The good thing about the sculpture class is that it's not only theoretical, and using materials is mandatory. 8. Students who are taking digital painting classes tend to stay in the studio for long periods of time. 9. Students who are taking up theory of art are required to do their own research. 10. Students who are taking photography are first trained to focus on display subjects.
Number 39. School orientation. 1. During the school orientation, the students were informed that they need to register in the medical centre on the first day. 2. During the school orientation, the students were informed that they should register to join the student union on the first day. 3. During the school orientation, the students were informed that they are required to take part in activities in clubs on the first day. 4. Students were lectured in batches and told that it would be better for them to use the self-assist lab to improve their language ability. 5. The students were told that there are 2 or 3 electronic directories located in areas around the campus. 6. On the 6th and 7th orientation day, the students were informed of the subject courses. 7. On the 6th and 7th orientation day, the students were informed of the standard test structure. 8. On the 6th and 7th orientation day, the students were informed about their guideline references. 9. On the 6th and 7th orientation day, the students were informed that they are required to write an essay outline for teacher feedback. 10. On the 6th and 7th orientation day, the students were informed that they are required to submit their homework in a PowerPoint presentation.
Number 40. Discussing about changing majors. 1. Sarah says she decided to continue her current major to get a score for credits. 2. Sarah decided to telephone her parents to discuss her decision because they know her very well, so they can give her good advice. 3. Jack believes that the sports course has a very good reputation. 4. She agrees that the biggest concern about changing majors is the extra pay. 5. Her point in sticking to her current major is that it's a little more practical than the other major she wants to take. 6. She was told that information about the new courses will be available at the residence hall. 7. The woman at the information desk said that students should proceed to the administration office for more details on changing majors. 8. Students are advised to send an email to the welfare director regarding inquiries on changing majors. 9. Students who would like to change plans should contact the finance office. 10. Students who are undecided about their major should consult the tutor assigned to their group.